Hello, beautiful people of the world. I have had a bit of a block with Heart School recently while I'm trying to sort of shift some of my own balances in terms of how much time I'm giving to it, how much time I'm giving to my own practice, and walking the walk of being a creative person in the world, trying to sustain oneself through that financially. And it's such that, like, this block is such that I've not really been promoting things that Heart School is offering that I want to offer through Heart School. So that includes one-to-one coaching services. I don't like the word coaching, so that's a block for me. I'm questioning the value of it, even though every time I have one of these coaching calls or interactions with somebody, um, it's like immensely valuable. And I have the same when I have a one to one with somebody, like a mentoring session or something. And it really like just kicks me into focus and helps me sort out all of my myriad disparate thoughts and strands and projects, and start to actually prioritize and like ground things that are always like in the inspiration ethereal zone into a physical practice, into finished forms. And that's really what I am good at doing. It's what I held space for as a lecturer for so many years, for so many young people that came through the art foundation course that I taught on, and then the foundation course that I ran. And yeah, I still somehow am like questioning whether it's worth doing or whether it's worth offering. And I think it's partly because there's such a prevalence and ubiquity and overwhelm at the moment from the online space and like the online self-promotional space, such that like it just seems like everyone on social media is selling something, and there are so many personal brands coming about where it's like, okay, yeah, you're into what I'm offering, and then like, here, I'm going to sell you something. And I think that's a perfectly natural, normal thing. Like, people have gifts, just like an electrician would have their skills and would come and exchange money for their labor. That's what I can do, and that's what I can offer with my unique skill set as somebody who's a creative practitioner, creative expert, as it were. But still, there's this like ick and block I feel around it, and I realize like I'm kind of getting in my own way with that. But also, I think it's a block that a lot of people who are trying to do creative ventures, or um, yeah, just like insert their work into the world in some way, when it's not, say, a product or service in the traditional sense. It's a block that we encounter, and I do believe in what I do, but it's like it's just there's this ick at the moment. So it's like I don't feel able to really authentically sell it because I don't know what it's worth, I suppose. And I understand, I appreciate that this is a journey that people go through when in their early self-employment. And I've been doing this for like 6 or 7 months now, envisaging it for longer, but 6 or 7 months, like, I need to give it more time. I need to just keep creating the content, keep sort of, yeah, magnetizing anybody that does need this kind of thing towards what I am offering. And I'm offering it at a variety of price points, so it's an accessible service. um but yeah, I think I just wanted to share that for anyone who's like watched long enough to listen or care. It's a really difficult thing, and if yeah, I know I'm not alone in feeling this way about social media and online self promotion. Um, and I'm in that myself right now. I've got over it with promoting my own creative work, but with my coaching stuff, it's like I had this whole idea that I'd run this 3 month group thing where there would be maybe 10 people, and we'd all come together and gather online once every 2 weeks. We'd have a group chat, we'd hold each other accountable, and I would like like, I'd take the group through certain things every 2 weeks, certain areas, and use that as a prompt or a rough guideline. It was the idea initially was called Creatorkin, but I decided to keep it simple, call it Heart School Plus. And I think it's a great thing. Like, nobody's doing something like that, and a lot of people that are offering things that are, say, 3-month programs are charging like lots and lots of money for it. And I was going to be like, okay, this is like, 100 quid if you're broke, like 199 quid if you're rich, something in between if you're doing all right. And yeah, but I find myself like just not even able to share about it online. But those are the things that are percolating. Maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe I am meant to just like get a job and work part time to sustain my own creative practice. And maybe I shouldn't be investing in trying to offer like a creative coaching, portfolio review, feedback service that Heart School is all about. I also feel less aligned now with the Heart School title and the Heart School name. It feels like I've kind of swung from being very much in like the holistic heart wellness space back into something that's a bit more like realistic and grounded, and like yeah, okay, yeah, well, yeah, we're all doing like heart work, but at the same time, like yeah, it's like the being and the doing. So I think that's just where everything's are at. I've been overthinking. Like I've got so many sheets at the moment of all the videos that I want to make, and I was going to do a big batching session, but I haven't done it yet. Just batching all the videos together, making something useful, staying visible online, and I haven't done it, and I don't know why I'm not doing it, but I'm also dropping into my own work, dropping into my own music, sorted out an ebook. So I think it's one of those things where yeah, just want to see the human behind the sort of like nonsensey uh, funnels and click bait. I don't know, like who knows? This is again not to judge salesy things because everything has its place, doesn't it? But anyway, I'm gonna try and find my style and try and find my voice within this landscape and hopefully still be sharing and offering things. So if the Heart School Geraldine Snell, a complex, nuanced person, individual human who struggles to nail down the message for the sales side of things, if that resonates, if you are also a bit of a chameleonic, duck-billed platypus type creative, or just entrepreneurial individual who needs some help with your routine, your workflow, need some guidance, another person to receive you, to give you feedback, to manually show you through things. If it's something that I'm adept at, then that's what Heart School coaching is for. I've got it on offer at the moment, like really cheap for 3 sessions, so check out the details on the link below. And if you are interested in the idea of a group container where there are about 10 of us coming together, meeting every couple of weeks, Heart School Plus, I will do it if there's demand. I don't want to create demand by making people feel lack. That's what a lot of advertising sales is based on, like making you feel like you've got a problem and then I can solve the problem. And I'm just kind of like zoning out of all that stuff right now because it doesn't feel true to me, but it also feels like I have work to offer, I have gifts to share, and I want to be able to share them and in a authentic, organic, natural way, not forcing myself to promote in a certain way, not forcing myself to offer the service in a certain way. Anyway, I meant to speak for 1 minute and I've spoken for nearly 9. And that's not a reflection of how I am as a listener, active listener in these kinds of scenarios. So yeah, like I say, if you're interested in my genuine nuanced approach as a guide, then check out the link below. Mwah!